in a spiritual direction conversation, yes, we will often let the words fall away into silence. Sometimes, especially early on with a directee, by inviting that silence. Would you like to take a moment in silence just to listen more attentively or to listen more deeply? As we get used to that rhythm, it sometimes just happens naturally. I love the illustration that's offered by a man named Mark Thibodeau. He's written this in a book called Armchair Mystic. Give credit to him for this illustration, but he describes sitting with your great Aunt Sally in a rocking chair on her front porch, side by side. He says, when you're a little kid, you're just chattering away the whole time, and great Aunt Sally is listening. And he says that's often how our prayer life starts out. We're just chattering away to God, and God is listening. As we get a little bit older, every now and then we let great Aunt Sally actually speak into the conversation. That happens as we mature in our life of faith. It gets to where we realize after a while, actually, great Aunt Sally has a lot to say, and this person's pretty wise. Let me listen. That happens as our prayer life matures. But Mark Thibodeau says, eventually, in any given relationship, it gets to where we know each other so well, we can have pauses in the conversation, and we are still communing relationally without needing words. And then the conversation will pick back up again. We'll say a little more, and then we'll let it pause. Any couple that's been married for a long time to where you know each other, this is how conversation often happens. You're present to each other without having to talk the whole time. That kind of intimacy is what's nurtured. Intimacy with God is what's nurtured in a contemplative model of spiritual direction. There's room for words, and then there's room to pause and notice what's going on at a deeper level, underneath the words, beyond the words. And then the words come back in. So it becomes a very natural pattern, back and forth, pacing, picks up sometimes, slows down sometimes.